If you went to whole South Africa, where can you send me for good food? And why?
I would send you to Mo's Open Table.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, to come and have to come and have the Big Mo's burger.
Yep.
You know, it's in-house made. You know, from the rolls, our rolls that are never more than 3 hours old. You know, so it's got that begarele. Even if okay, the next day, you know, it's thumbs up. You know, Botswana's got good beef, so we don't tend to do a lot to the meat. You know, you know, it's power.
Grain-fed.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello and welcome to yet another edition of a Dust&Vision podcast. My name is Skillo, Aabobe, and it's an honor for me to be hosting you on this special edition. Look, entrepreneurship is something that is not easy, and a lot of times we just want to do nothing but just get the profits. Today, I am joined by a gentleman who has been in the industry for over 2 decades, and he's just here to tell us about the journey, the challenges, and of course, what keeps him going. We know him by Big Mo here in the Republic of Botswana, but just to know more about it, let's just find out with him. Big Mo, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you are well.
Thank you, Skillo.
All right, let's start here. We know Big Mo from the restaurant. We know Big Mo. We love Big Mo. But beyond the brand, who is Big Mo?
Hey, big boy, Big Mo ke moshimane o tswa mo Goditsane. Okay, I've been doing dealing with food since Skillo primary.
Okay.
You know, so every time, that weekend, I would go help, go butchering, go laping.
Yeah.
And as time went, I went to school in Zim, and every time when it's holidays, my friends, never more Spur. So
Yeah.
go BBS.
Oh, yes.
So now I was working at the home butcher. So now I would always go there and wait for them. Then we would go out. Then I'm like, you know what? I want to spend more time with my friends.
Yeah.
So why not ask for a job? So then I got a job in as a waiter. So one of my friends said, "Monna, kano mukima man." So but you won't last. So we get last that big effect. So I went and bought some tights, thing, and I worked. I worked so much, you know, and I got the job, all right. And jiggy, I was offered to be a manager.
Oh, wow.
So I turned it down because now, by then, we were making money as waiters, right?
Yeah.
And management training allowance was nearly 2,000 pula. So I'm like, no, I'm making this in a week. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But then this lady, Vivian Munich, Aba decided I'm going one day because na nikarata go the out too much. So
You wouldn't come to work.
I would skip work and stuff like that. And one day I got to work, she fired me. She said, "You get out of my shop, you know. Because now, Vivian, come out. No, go home. I don't want to see you anymore."
Yeah.
So the next day, I came to the shop. By the door. And then I said, "What are you doing here? Because I want my job." I wasn't saying, yeah. I went there, but this is what's going to happen, Moses. You're going to go for training in South Africa.
Yeah.
So she offered me a plane ticket. I go head office here, Spur, and trained. Then I came and then became a manager for
Yeah.
Spur. The first Spur in BBS.
Yeah.
Then it was bought by another Botswana, by Reka. And then what happened? Then Vivian went and opened a nut. Shwama, the first nut in Modise Industrial.
Yes, I remember that.
And then Riverwalk when Riverwalk opened.
Yeah.
And then after that, I Game City.
Okay.
Then I got bored because Anat was more of a takeaway, you know. So I remember Leko Riverwalk would jump over the counter and Ratalaba Toko packing, Kadi umbrella and making them sit there, by load DSTV, and then would go pay for them.
Yeah.
You know, just that service thing, you
Yeah.
know. Because this lady, and Vivian, she had said to me, "Moses, you have a character that not many people have." So now I was not aware of it.
Yeah.
You know, but you've got a character called Hella, you are young and irresponsible, you know.
Living your life.
Yeah. So now it's that. So, but then as time went, after Anati, then we went and Steve Raman, the late Steve Raman,
Yes.
took me about, no, let's go for holiday, Moses. You know, take a weekend off for South Africa. Berea ko Paarl. Tsena ko Paarl kwa ba batla go bula club.
Okay.
So I set it up for him, and then the pampiri wise, because I feel comfortable, you know, then I had to come back home. Then when I came back home, then the Chilisas got me to go resuscitate Spur in the Rekile, and then converted to Spearman. And then from Spearman, I went and opened a club for UK Jack called Club Urban.
Okay, that's where it's from. Wow.
Yes, and then from there, then I went to News Cafe. From News Cafe, then Bekiakos Hubula Spur Hape.
Yeah.
From News Cafe, what happened is I think News Cafe, by then I thought, you know, it was working, I got friends, you know, because my phone would buzz anytime.
Yeah.
Because now, Hanka lose a spine, I got friends for days. But then I lost my spine and my friends disappeared, you know.
When days are dark.
Gone, you know, and life changed then. So I had to start from afresh. I had to go to Bullenbush, ask for spiny thing, and I met a guy called Francois. Francois kenane ke mo trainer ko Spur, you know, and now King
360.
Gamulara, you know, and so I'm like, Francois, ke batla spiner, Moses, there's no job, we can't afford you. No, I don't know, Moses. The only job that is there for you here, like anything here, like a dishwashing. I said, no, bring it. So they got me to be a dishwasher for about 3 days, and you know, then I became a waiter for about 4 weeks, and then from there, then I was offered to be a manager, same place. You know, so I was earning back my stripes. You know, it's that part when they were like customers would come and say, "Oh, Moses, from running all that, and then now you're a waiter." And then I said, "No, I'll earn my stripes. You know, I will earn my stripes. Let me just get to do what I gotta do," because I had a baby boy, and then so then I thought, no, you know what? Let me do my waitering. It's what I do. So I did that, and then that's how then they got to make me a manager. And then now, Peter van der Merwe ene narana molo ko revoke.
Yeah.
Aba retire aba a secure a space iseneli haneli it was a sports cafe back in the days. So it closed down. So he took that and made it a Spur. I don't know, Moses, I'm opening up a Spur because I can only come work with you only if you as the owner, what's a man in South Africa are training.
Yeah.
Because having an owner, as a Sepeka restaurant, it's very stressful.
Yeah.
No, I just bought it last week. You know,
Like,
you guys
what?
are stealing it.
Yeah.
And the Tabasco is a condiment, so customers overuse it, you understand? So we went and trained in the running water Spur, worked there, and then we came back and opened Spur. And then Spur basically booma, Serana Sentle. But I wanted to grow, you know.
Yeah.
So now, starting Spur, I went to the kitchen because I started Spur in the front.
Yeah.
So now I went to the kitchen and worked myself to the front again.
Yeah.
You know, then it happened because it's time for me to grow. I need another challenge. So then I went and asked, got a job, go Grand Palm, to work at Beef Baron.
Oh, yeah.
So Beef Baron, you know, it was a corporate restaurant, so it was busy Monday to Friday, and it was no business on Saturday and closed on Sunday. So it was my first time in close to 15 years. What's a weekend off, you know? 'Cause I was like,
Legally.
hey, you know, I remember the interview. So Moses, how are you going to work? No, I can take off on Tuesday because I'm thinking that no Sunday and Monday get the variances, so I can take off Tuesday. But no. Monday, Tuesday we're working. So it was good. I worked at Beef Baron, And then I was offered to run a Chinese restaurant thing for Grand Palm. So I was now complex restaurants manager, you know, because it happened when I was at Beef Baron. You know, I realized that most people, when they work in hotels, they get too comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, so hotel is an opportunity, right? So now I made sure that I knock on every door. So now you find that how the supervisor has already chased it. And all these, the casino, they need help.
Yeah.
So now I got my card as I was going about two. So our head office, they see Moses. This guy, this guy was America. You know,
Yeah.
so I got to work and I'm offered, I'm now complex restaurant manager. And the food and beverage manager then was shocked that no, mona ke maemo a itiretseng, you know. Ke maemo a
Because of you.
itiretseng.
Yeah.
A re monna, o ska kopa madi a mantsi, you know. I'm like, why? You know, so I got to run two restaurants. And, you know, they said to me, so Moses, you need to employ, and I'm not employing, I'm going to empower the team that I have, that I've been working with, because
Yeah.
Beef Baron taught me something different. Most restaurants work with a lot of employees.
Yeah.
Beef Baron, there are only 6 good waiters,
Yeah.
you know. So I said, if I need a manager, I'm going to empower from them, you know. So we empowered one of them to go work, to be managers, you know, and that created growth. So then that's how I ran 2 restaurants. Go the hotel. It got a 5-star rating.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You know, and then from there, Nicholas Zek
The big
approached.
man.
Yeah, he passed. He said, Moses, you're still here. You're still doing this. Good, yes, I know I'm opening something. Please come and have a look. I said, if you give me a good offer, now I can have a problem. Now I'm all about growth.
Yeah.
So I got there. He got me to open Liban
Yes.
and Sky Lounge. So now still we were running 2 places at the same time, you know, and it did well. But I wanted growth, happy, you know. It got to that part where there's something. I like challenges. I didn't want where it's just easy
Complacency.
flowing. So I said, no, I went and worked at Rhapsody's in Eko Airport Junction. You know, and I got there and I'm like, how do I get to Hwamogela just like the white guy? So I said to the owner, hey, mister, but Mo, you know, I would do look and all the expatriate, no, I want that.
Yeah.
You know, go and talk to your team by the accounts, tell them to give me targets. How do I get to earn like that guy?
Same.
You know, then they put perks there and there, or no, if you sell so much with this type of profit, then you earn so much. I said, no, write it down. So they wrote it down. Then I got some 10 it's like a March. End of March, we had already sold 1 million, you know. And it's a shop that was making for 650.
Yeah.
So they said, Moses, if you can make 850, you know. So then we went and made 1 million. Because it was easy. With me, they thought maybe I was going to, again, fire the waiters, ruffle them up. But I just simply learned I learned way back in life, people don't want to be managed. So you manage systems, you develop people. So you make them aware of you know, where somebody comes to work as a lip gloss, but no, please go out. What was a lip gloss? Otherwise, don't come back.
Yeah.
What's all I call it? Lip gloss. Go back, come in with a smile, you know. So because we all have problems from where we're coming from,
True that.
but we can't bring them to work, you know. And the customer, there's no half price for a meal. Yeah, osimo mudi. You understand?
A price is a price.
The price is a price. So now we got that going. Then the waiters changed their minds. You know, they got convinced. Then I said to them, the one who sells 100,000 gets 5% commission. You got 20 waiters. So it was easy to make over 1 million.
Yeah.
I was not stressing about off days. I would even force them to take off days. I was not the stressed operator, because now everybody is now working for the team. I get it.
Okay.
They're all fighting to make
That million.
1 million. You understand?
So your journey in your Spurs, your Grand Palms,
Yeah.
your Rhapsodies, what has it done to build a character, Big Mo, as an individual?
Well, in Tutile, resilience, okay? You know, I tell you now, when I worked at Grand Palm, I met the team that was given. It was a difficult team.
Okay.
And nobody wanted to work with those guys, you know. So now, in your shifter from your comfort zone,
Yeah.
and trying to go into their heads, and now still having a successful outcome, you know. But guys, let me teach you how to make money. We don't need to leave here at 3 in the morning
Yeah.
doing cash up, you know. So into tell more of resilience and tota go lemoga gore tota mo gae mo, we have what it takes. Ke gore hela we are relying on brands,
Yeah.
but we do have what it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, our industry is quite a difficult one. I'll give an example with myself. The first thing you do after your Form 5s is that 6-8 months period before you go into university. It's a very critical role in the growth of a young girl or a young boy. Now, if we're talking about looking for, you know, future leaders, future industry players, what are the qualities that you look forward to as now you're now in entrepreneurship? We haven't talked about the formation of Big Mo, but in terms of entrepreneurship, the qualities that you look forward to in this era of 2026 going forward.
So now, more you think, when we recruit, we don't necessarily look at your credits or the degree. We employ character.
Yeah.
And the thing is, character, all right? It's a decision that you make. You can refuse with a smile. You can agree to have a smile.
Yeah.
It's a power within you. So we look at those type of characters. But to drive, but you know, you look at somebody. I've interviewed people, and I realize that the owner won't make it as a waiter, but they can do the brains behind everything, the guys that you talk and they do, you know. So now it's all about individuals picking up their strengths and then everybody empower from what they're good at.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about the big ventures. Mo's Open Table. It was everybody's sweetheart. Let's talk about the inspiration behind that. You know, how did we get to Big Mo's?
Well, Big Mo's, I remember I worked on the project Skillo Rhapsodies. Well, when I spoke to the owner of Rhapsodies, I didn't want to work for him. I wanted to open a restaurant by way, no cut racing. Right now it's tire services.
Yeah.
There was a cut racing there, and then I wanted to open something there. And then because he had shown interest for that. And but no, you know what more? I guess profit. Can you please come and help me? So I then had already wanted to do something for myself.
Yeah.
But then niggas not capital.
Yeah.
So now on offered no, run a shop. I'll show you which door to open. So now with Mo's, the reason why we called it Mo, it was because I've served people for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And I felt, well, you know what, it's only right that we have a Mo's Open Table, a Mo's Kitchen, a Mo's Cafe running. Okay, but the intention is for it to be a franchise.
Yeah.
So the intention is for it to be a training lab. You know, where now Botswana, we don't need South African brands only in the malls. We can actually have local brands, okay? They run and send. So that's how Mo's started off. But then every time when I like dropped it, Momotung, on an mind, they are still holding on to the bigger brands.
Yeah.
You understand?
Like, no, we're not going to risk this one.
And then I said, we are the ones running those big brands anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so I've trained in all these head offices. So we are the ones, we've got it in us.
Yeah.
You understand? So now that's how we got, that's how we got to even open PRIMI.
Yeah.
It was because oh yes,
I know that brand.
that's a good brand, Moses. Let's open that one. You know?
Oh, we do affiliate with a lot of that. But now
Yeah.
you've moved from a bit of, I would say, for lack of a better phrase, corporate services and now into entrepreneurship. What are the lessons that you've taken away from that you live by as an individual, as a family man, you live by as a business, you live by as a friend?
Okay, there's one thing that I've always said to my wife, can I problem the word entrepreneurship?
Yeah.
I think we are robbed with, there's a stage that is skipper. You know, first on a businessman,
Okay.
or not self-employed, then that's called a stressful job.
Oh, yes.
Ka hore chase, you understand? And then you become an entrepreneur, okay? Now, Rona as youth, restaka go businessman stage.
Yes.
Or being self-employed, okay? Because now you're the first one at the shop, you're the last one to leave the place. When there's a proper hona of the hona. So now, exactly.
Yeah.
So now, when you skip this stage and call yourself an entrepreneur, you burn out.
Yes.
So now when I'm not an entrepreneur, vision yaka, which means money works for me now. I don't work for money. Okay, I've sold my vision to a team of guys. Some a laptop for 15 minutes and carry on with other things. So now that's the part that I always have an issue with.
Yeah.
Or we are made to skip the stage, and when this hardship comes, we burn out.
Yeah.
You have to go through it.
One way or the other.
You have to go through it.
Yeah.
You keep on teaching.
Oh, we're forever poaching.
Yeah, you know. So
We're
yeah.
forever poaching.
Yeah.
Now, everything is always evolving. We're seeing franchises left, right, and center in malls.
Yeah.
You know, even here, open spaces have become chill sports and the likes. You know, how do now, you know, the hospitality industry remain competitive in this ever-changing market?
You know, the mall, the rents in the malls are very high.
Oh yes.
Okay, and happy the malls have what they already got before they even open. They already know what we're putting a checkers here, we're putting whatever restaurant here, the complement and I get it. So now if you're a local brand, it's difficult for them to give you this space, right? Hence now that's why you have these open spaces that we thought, okay, let's take advantage of the open spaces, okay? Like what we did at the Park 27.
Yeah.
You know, and there because the rent is affordable, then you can be casual priced, okay?
Yeah.
And again, people spend a lot of time in big houses. There's no open space. They spend a lot of time closed in big offices.
Yes.
So now the whole out feel and chill feel, it becomes an experience.
Yes.
So now you're not just selling food, you're giving back to experience. You know, your place becomes a place to be at, a place to work at, a place to be seen, a place to party at, you know, a place to belong, where you unconsciously find yourself driving there. That's the whole idea.
Oh, you just turn by the traffic lights. I mean,
see.
I'm guilty of always saying, okay, I'm going home. Oh, there's big mouse. Let me just turn. And,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Now, here we are, 2026. What impact do you hope to leave in the industry? Years later, if you decide to go into farming and not into hospitality and stuff like that, then what would you like to be remembered by?
Well, I'm a developer, okay? I develop people, you know, and we always look for, I know, like every time when I interview people, I look for broken people because they've got a certain power that is not recognized, okay? And I am not getting any younger. I won't be doing the 20 hours a day that I easily used to do. So then I want to be a trainer, okay? I want to develop people where now mo Botswana mo motho ha go rara o batla go bula restaurant wa mo assessa wa mo trainela wa mo hirela, and then now you can at least go for 3 weeks of no sleep, setting up a shop for somebody, and then we do a chase o mo tloga like a system. People out there need to learn how to, you don't manage people, you manage systems, then develop people.
What is that one thing that Botswana don't know about you? We all know Big Mo's from the kitchen, from the open table, that's it. What is the one thing that people don't know about you? It's a safe space.
They don't know how
Yeah.
actually, my journey for me to get back from Bullenbush.
Yeah.
I got a job as a waiter, but it was an embarrassing position, but it was humbling me, character-wise.
Yeah.
God, I had the ego. Blend in the industry.
Yeah.
It humbled me to be a waiter from being an operator.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's how Mudimu gives you muscle. Wa go godisa.
Yeah.
You know, so ke ngwana modimo. That's what maybe people don't know.
At least I got to know first. Now, if you could leave a message for, you know, the upcoming businessman,
Yep.
you know, be it entrepreneurs, be it ba e leng gore ba santse ba le ko sekolong, what would that be?
I can just tell them, gore, you know, you need to believe in what you want to do,
Yeah.
okay? And you must have that vision, okay? Don't worry about not having money,
Yeah.
okay? You need to have a vision. I opened to go Park 27 because namadi. I was looking for restaurants that were struggling, Gidi Baakanya, to buy material. And we built tables during service.
Yes.
You know, people saw a guy always making tables. 3 tables are like material until the shop was all full of tables, okay? So you need to have a vision, and then that vision is the one that turns you into money in time. And they must always expect resistance.
Yeah.
When people don't believe in what you're doing, it doesn't mean that what you want to do is not it. Okay? When I opened at the Park 27 still, no got the Moses what no. You know, and my mama was like, and I'm like, no, or lady, don't worry. You know, never get the number 27, never get number 27. So it was difficult for them to come in.
Waiting it's a deal. Yeah.
So it's all that if you've got a vision and nobody believes in it, it's okay.
Yeah.
They are not at that level to tap into your vision.
Yeah.
You understand?
So where are you now as we wrap up our conversation? What can we look forward to for Big Mo?
Well, right now, because economy lead up and down,
Yeah.
we decided to close Mo's open table in the local fairgrounds, half escape, and we're busy looking for suitable space.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want to work for landlords, okay? Because so now, at the end of the day, yes. So I then created a smaller version of Mo's, which is a Mo's Cafe, okay? Because I picked up already cafeteria. People are afraid of them,
Too
okay?
much.
And I'm like, people out there, please give me your cafeterias. You know, then I can set up coffee machines and, you know, keep on running the tap, you know, until I get a space. And it allows me to become a consultant. I can go and train, open places for people, you know. I can then do more of what I want to do, which is teaching.
So where's the academy?
Mo's Cafe, Mo's Lab. We want to own the market. You know, like I said, we want to own the market.
Yeah.
We've got proven brands. You know, you've got 267, you've got the Bright Place, you've got Daily Grind. All these are local brands.
Yeah.
You know, these are all local brands, okay? So now I'm saying they need to now have a system in place.
Yeah.
Which is operating procedures.
Okay.
That's why restaurants don't last. They go Pinterest, it looks nice, but system. You know, people just work hard. You know, there has to be a procedure that you follow all the time.
And can't believe you were name and shame.
Exactly. You know,
I never look forward to a name and shame post.
You know what? And all my life in my industry, all these 2 decades, I've never had a labor case.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You've done it right.
I've never had a labor case. I've never been reported to labor. You know, horses okay. So I don't know. Get that resign.
I'm blacklist.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of the waiters that they were with you and now they've gone corporate. Some are just living their lives there peacefully. So it means that you're doing something right.
We hope it's going well. It's very important to treat them as your family.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important. I love them. I love to see them making it in life.
Yeah.
You know, it's not only in or own restaurants. They do well in other spaces. You just need to create them to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Because it's very tough out there. Nobody hugs you. There are no hugs out
there
there.
No hugs.
You must hug yourself.
They will stab you.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, your last words as we close the conversation officially.
My last words, Skillo. We're talking. Like I said, I want to see Botswana ihodile. We want to see our brands going out also into other countries. Okay, we want to see our brands that are South Africa, you know, the Bodeli Grand, Namibia. You understand? Because we have what it takes. We just want to be given an opportunity within these big malls, if their rates make sense. Because right now it's about being casual priced. It's not necessarily about being expensive.
That's what we call it.
It's not a joke. So now rent. Your rent dictates to you how much your menu should cost. Your rent dictates to you how many employees you must employ. You know. So now it's very tight these days. Very tight. Hence that's why restaurants convert into clubs. Okay.
Let's not talk about
they
that.
did it. They had to do it because they had no choice. Landlord over rent.
You talked about something that is very, very important. Renting. As an individual, as you've been a manager, do you think us blacks can survive, especially in the malls, with our businesses?
No, not with those rents. If you're paying 100,000, over 100,000 rent, you know, that means you have to sell close to 2 million a month for you to survive. 100,000 is too much. You know, the reality is not that. You know, people are now very particular in what they eat. Okay, Botswana become smart diners. They can just have a salad. You know, they can have that. You know, but they've traveled now. So now they pick and choose what they eat. It's no longer give me a double rack of ribs. No, so it's changed now. So the rents are crazy, and the rents are painful. You know, sometimes you wish the landlords would want to maybe create a partnership and even monitor your sales and charge you rent based on your turnover. You know, because it's painful.
So, would you advise people to go franchise?
South African, or you mean would they? Okay, look. Now I can say to people, let's make our own franchise, because by so doing, you don't need to be paying a certain percentage to a certain group, okay? Because you are paying for their idea, and then we are saying we have the idea. Let us build the brands for you, okay? And put procedures in place, set up point of sale systems, see your profits there and there, you know, it's very important, and it's possible. We have local brands that are doing successfully well, and they are running like franchises. Food quality, you know, the aesthetics, you know, everything is to the T, you know. Because Ghana franchise is they're selling you a folder with HR rules, procedures, how to do this, prep sheets and all that. We are here. We are the procedures. You know, we just want to be put to use, you know.
We need to believe in ourselves.
If you enter to whole South Africa, where can you send me for good food? And why?
I would send you to Mo's Open Table.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, to come and have to come and have the Big Mo's burger.
Yep.
You know, it's in-house made. You know, from the rolls, our rolls that are never more than 3 hours old. You know, so it's got that begarele. Even if the next day, you know, it's thumbs up. You know, Botswana's got good beef, so we don't tend to do a lot to the meat. You know, you know, it's power.
Fred.
Yeah.
Skillo, nigga like you did it, homo. What I would love mostly called Botswana. Another conversation. I'll try for Botswana because of now it's Botswana. So for someone who's in South Africa, but Botswana,
Yeah.
So I'm not about them who's already guy.
Yeah.
Because 100%. On the podcast.
Yeah.
Over to you, Skillo. Hey, you got to tell him.
How about the chance? Okay. So, Mo, we're closing the conversation, and you know, we always talk about this. Botswana is a beef country. It's a tough time right now with the whole foot and mouth disease that hit for the first time the southern part of the country, which is the hub on the economy of the beef industry. But that does not mean Botswana is dead. There's a lot. There's tourism. There's your hospitality aspect of it. Maybe to those that are now interested in coming back here, because in the market there's athletics. We just hosted the Botswana World Athletics Relays. There's quite a lot that we're doing in the mice industry. Maybe as we look into that, your thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? Just that part, you know, where FMD inarita the hardest, but we always picked on other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it just goes to show that we've got a lot to give Mohaimo. You know, we've got a lot of things that are happening. Environment is already change. Tourism is hola. You know, market. You know, so there's a lot to give, and with that part, it still got us to tap into our greatness and find out what Botswana can still push without this. You know,
Right, where's Big Mo?
Big Mo, Oko the office.
Yep.
Yeah, just opposite BDC. You know,
The tallest building in fairgrounds.
Yeah, the tallest building in fairgrounds. Actually, that building is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a diamond building. If you're entering Botswana coming in from the Kopfontein border, well known as Tlokwen border.
Yeah.
That is the first building you will see ko border ring. I think actually how feta ke entrance ya Madikwe and you look towards the Botswana side, you actually see the building before
100%.
any other building.
Yeah.
So even when you enter through Tlokwen, that's the first building. When you are there, that's where Moses.
100%.
100%. All right. Hey,
what a little bit free.
All right, Mo, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Thank you so much for your wisdom. Like you said, it's important. Rejection is not something that should take you down.
Never.
You know, be like a child, learn how to crawl, eventually walk and run, be a thick skin. And the likes, but you know, we can only wish you nothing else but the best in life. You know, the wisdom, let it be shared upon those that are still coming. It's an industry that never dies.
It never dies. We know it's about tap into it, man. I remember COVID when we lost everything. You know, my wife would wake up in the morning and she would say to me, when I sit down and work on the next big thing. You know, so that's how I got to train in restaurants, to raise money to open malls.
You're a supporter.
Monna, it's in retajing. You know, it's you know. No, she was very supportive, man. She was very supportive.
You know, she's got a beautiful wife, guys. Like, she's got a beautiful wife, a beautiful soul. Sorry, but we've just definitely enjoyed this conversation. If you just watched it, please do go out and subscribe, go comment, and feel free to engage with the Blue, Black, and White Nation. Mo, thank you so much for talking to us. Until we meet again, this is Dust&Vision, a podcast. My name is now Skillo. Aabobe.
Yeah.